The Chevron Championship is the first tournament in the LPGA Tour, and it's taking place at Houston's Memorial Park Golf Course this Thursday through Sunday. Executive Director Glenn Weckerlin shared what everyone can enjoy. Besides golf, other great interactive attractions are also par for the course. Glenn, the Chevron Championship, over 50-year history. In fact, I remember watching this as a little girl, seeing Dinah Shore out there. Although she was not a professional golfer, she was a big advocate for it, because women in what was traditionally seen at times as men's sport. We know that women's sports has been in the headlines lately. This is a way to celebrate it again.
It is. And, you know, and Dinah, I mean, she really, truly was a trailblazer for the game back in 1972 when they did the tournament for the first time. There were a bunch of other celebrities on the men's side, that Bob Hope, Bing Crosby doing tournaments, and she did this on the women's side, and it skyrocketed the visibility for the LPGA at the time. Yeah. And we're just happy to be the caretakers of it now. We picked it up a few years back, and then we moved it from Mission Hills over to here to Houston, we hope we'll keep doing it for another 50 years.
It's the LPGA Tour's first major of the season, because there's 5, right?
There are 5.
Yeah, all right. Top-ranked players are competing, so you're getting the best of the best. Honoring women's sports, as I said, includes 8 amateur players. Now, when I saw this, listen, I got this off of Amazon for $10, and I was thinking, when you say amateur players, how amateur are we talking? I'm willing to give it a go.
You could try. Most of those amateurs actually qualify through tournaments, right? So they are an elite in a performance way, not in a stature way. They are very high performing amateurs. Most of them have won a Latin America amateur, a British amateur, Asia Pacific amateur. So they've won tournaments, and that the 8 young ladies that'll be joining us for this it's a really important part for us, because it's about kind of filling the pipeline. Yeah,
and giving young talent a chance to compete on the biggest stage, because as you know, with golf, there's so much that goes into it. It's a head game too, right? And then to be even on that bigger stage, that experience in itself can make a difference between a win.
It can, and they are then 8 amateurs are competing with, as you said, the top professionals in the world. Yeah. So that's the other thing about golf. Golf is truly a world sport. So these are the best players from around the world.
We're honoring tradition as well. Since 1988, the winner has taken a leap into the water. Well, there was a little problem at Memorial Park, but you solved it. And you're an engineer, you knew what to do.
Well, we had a lot of help, and it crosses over into architecture. So a few years ago, Jim Crane and the team that puts on the Houston Open, they renovated Memorial Park with the city, and the course is phenomenal. The players are all very happy with what we're having, what we've got here for them this week. But to your point, we didn't have a pond. And it wasn't even a thing until about 1988, when Amy Alcott first jumped in the pond when she won. So what's interesting is you get into a big debate of whether you should continue the tradition or not. And we did the best thing, which was we asked a bunch of people and players, and so we are going to continue the tradition.
Just had to. Yeah.
Well, we thought it was important, but what the title sponsor says and what the players want are 2 different things. And the best thing that I heard from one of the players was, "Hey, this is our thing. I remember jumping in the pond more than I remember the trophy presentation or even the last shot that I took." And they remember the pond jump. So yes, we are building in 27, we will have done a massive renovation of the 18 hole and put in a beautiful pond. And then this year we have a really what amounts to a temporary solution, just to kind of keep the tradition alive.
Yeah. When you come to the Chevron Championship, you're not coming just to watch. It's going to be a full experience for everyone in the family. You have all types of interactive fan zone areas, the swing zone, for example.
Swing zone, a lot of them. Swing zone people, again, the assumption that we've built into this is that not everyone wants to stare at the golf and look at it. I mean, if you bring 4 people in, whether they're friends or a family, 2 of them want to watch the golf and 2 aren't necessarily excited about watching the golf.
Yeah.
So we have things for them. The swing zone is a good example. You can go hit some balls in there and you can test your ability to kind of land a ball on the green or hit it as far as you can. We have a couple of others with the LPGA girls golf thing, and we've got some first tee things out there as well.
Yeah, and Lesson Zone. You mentioned First Tee. I love that organization. You and I were talking a little bit before the show. You said that your background is an engineer, and so there's science involved in golf. And with First Tee, you have mentors who will take those kids out to the golf course, and it gives them a chance to have all kinds of conversations. But there's also a STEM part of this at Memorial Park as well, our Memorial Golf Course as well.
There is, and the STEM thing. I mean, it's a great point. I think if you even go back to broadcasts, maybe 10 years ago. The broadcast was a player hitting a shot and people watching the ball land. Now, there's technology. People tell them what the swing rate was. They tell people what the loft was. They tell people where they've got shot tracer information, showing where it goes. So there's all of that science and technology, engineering, and math stuff into the golf game, and so we do a lot with that at the tournament and during the year.
Yeah, what a great classroom. Yeah. All right, there's also a charitable benefit to all of this. You have the Chevron Challenge, where $10,000 will be donated for every birdie on hole 15.
Yeah, every birdie, 4 days in a row, $10,000. However, if you get a little better than a birdie and you actually make a hole-in-one, it's $1 million.
Remember, I got my club.
Well, you might have to have a little more club than that putter. but in all seriousness, the first hole-in-one that the player hits, we will donate $1 million, not $10,000.
That is amazing. So. All right, Feel Your Parks initiative. This one's important as well, because as we know, Memorial Park is a big gem in this city, but it takes a lot to maintain it. So this will help in terms of supporting the Park Conservancy, which takes care of all the upkeep.
Right. Yeah, and it makes it so special. I mean, I come in from California, that's where I live, but we don't have a lot of those parks like that. And Memorial Park's really special. I mean, every day you see thousands of people running around in a path. There's baseball fields, there's soccer fields, the golf courses there, just people taking a walk, the Arboretum. Yeah. And so that Fuel Your Park was a key part of this. So they will be one of the beneficiaries of that money that we raised through the 15th hole birdies.
Yeah. All right. The tickets start at $40, chevronchampionship.com. 17 and under, free with a ticketed adult. And by the way, military, veterans, first responders receive complimentary admission. So this is a premier hospitality experiences are also available. This is such a gift to the city, but thank you so much for landing here and sharing this with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Chevron Championship is happening today through Sunday at Memorial Park Golf Course. To learn more, visit the chevronchampionship.com and get out your phone camera, because right now the Chevron Championship is giving away 300 free general admission tickets while supplies last. All you have to do is point your camera at the QR code right there on the screen. We'll give you a few seconds so you don't miss this opportunity. After you scan the code, you'll get to choose the day you want to attend. Don't wait. These free tickets won't last long.